Welcome to CTV News Your Canada. It's Tuesday, September 23rd. We'll bring you profiles of fascinating Canadians and stories about your community. Thanks for watching.
The champagne has been popped. After a win in Kansas City yesterday, the Blue Jays have become the first American League team to clinch a playoff spot. The news proudly displayed outside Rogers Centre this morning with fans feeling
fabulous, absolutely fabulous.
I feel great. It's World Series or bust.
Love it. Feel right there, buddy. Right there in my heart.
Daniel Parrott from Newfoundland is a diehard fan who came here to check out the postseason merchandise. He says the team can go all the way.
There's always room to grow, buddy, but I tell you one thing, if you believe it's going to happen, it'll happen, man.
In the spring training and the first few games of the regular season, they didn't look very good, and I was ready to give up, and then they turned it around.
For a team that finished dead last in the American League East in 2024 and was 2 games under 500 in late May, this season has been a remarkable turnaround.
The fact that they have the best record in the American League right now, it feels like it's been a struggle of a season, and yet they're better than everybody else.
Derek Burns from Timmins says the reason for the Jays' success, they never give up.
Blue-collar team, right? Everybody's doing their part. The pieces are coming together, and we're clinched the playoff spot with true grit.
From Kirk to Barger to Clement, like all the guys, they're just coming together, doing what they have to do.
Even this fan from Boston says he can admire what this Jays team brings.
I'm happy for the city. You know, I do love that home team vibe. So, I mean, if they do win, then we'll take them. We'll take anybody over the Yankees.
Yesterday's win ensures this team will make the playoffs, but there are still 6 games remaining, and the Blue Jays currently hold a tight 2-game lead on the second-place Yankees in the American League East. Winning the East could get the Jays a bye, passing the first playoff round.
I think they can definitely do it all. I think they work together so well, and they're such a great teammates together.
I already got my World Series ticket spot, and I'd have the plane booked, but I don't know the date yet.
If the Blue Jays are to win the AL East, they would clinch at home with all 6 of their remaining games to be played here at the Rogers Centre. The soonest they could clinch would be on Wednesday. Now, that would require the Blue Jays to win their next 2 against Boston and for the Yankees to lose 2 in a row. Sean Leathong, CTV News.
To be honest with you, I'm really, truly blessed to be in this situation because humor is amazing how it changes a situation from disaster mode into fun mode.
Ruth Cull, better known as Molly Penny, spent more than 20 years bringing joy to patients at CHEO as the hospital's first therapeutic clown.
Do you have M&Ms?
Cull passed away peacefully in hospice care Sunday night after a short illness, leaving behind a legacy of smiles in the hall of CHEO and the hearts of patients.
But she was one of the first people that actually saw me whenever I came in Emerge.
Annie Underhill was just 4 years old when she was diagnosed with leukemia and says it was Molly who helped create many childhood memories.
In a place of scary, she made it calm and merry. but she gave it a light, like whenever you saw her, you knew that it was okay.
Before becoming Molly Penny, Cull was at CHEO when it first opened in 1974. Among the first nurses working in the operating room, her second career came in 2001 after a clowning workshop.
Her greatest quality was that she always had the time to take the moments. She was never in a rush.
She felt that CHEO was the wind beneath her wings.
Before her retirement in 2022, Cull touched the lives of tens of thousands of patients, supporting kids and families through the toughest of times. Her brother, Joseph Cull, says she remembered them all.
I'd say something or show her a picture and she goes, oh yeah, that's Zachary, and you know, he did this and he was such a nice kid.
A mural of her inside CHEO, a reminder to hospital staff of the impact she had on their work too.
It's a sad day for us. It's also a day for us to all remember that we should all be kids at heart.
She's really shaped the way we care for kids, and she'd be, I'm hoping, very proud of the fact that that carries on and her legacy lives on in the work that we're doing today.
Leaving a colorful light at CHEO that will never fade.
Even if the Queen was here, it wouldn't matter. The kid gets priority.
Former CHEO CEO Alex Munter also taking to social media for his condolences this morning, saying that the world is a little less colorful today. Cull's family says visitation will be held on Sunday in Douglas, Ontario, just west of Ottawa, from 1 until 3 o'clock, with a celebration of life afterwards. Patricia?
This one hit hard for sure. Kimberly, thank you very much for this. It's a rare discovery made by 8-year-old Abigail Boudreau while she was playing in the grass outside her home in Louisdale, Nova Scotia, Monday evening.
She was off in the grass, and all of a sudden, all I hear is, "I found a pink grasshopper!" And she came running with her hands clasped together as tight as she could hold them.
Today, the grade 2 student brought the pink grasshopper to school inside a jar with some other normal-colored grasshoppers that she has caught.
What did you name it?
Emily.
Why?
Because I like that name.
But Emily hasn't only been a show-and-tell topic of sorts for Abigail. Her mom, who teaches pre-primary at the school, also couldn't help showing the insect off.
For me, it was one of those things like I couldn't keep this to myself. This is so cool. I had to bring it to school. I had to show it to everybody. I took my lunch break on Tuesday going around to each class, making sure every person got to see it.
So why is the grasshopper pink, and how rare is this anyway? We caught up today with a retired bug expert to find out a bit more.
In this case, what's happened is the genes controlling the red have expressed much more strongly than the genes controlling the black. So essentially, we end up with something that is reddish pink.
He adds that rare colors could also occur in some other critters, like snakes and frogs, for example, and that from a survival standpoint, there's a reason you don't see this often.
The problem is, if you are a bright pink color on a dark green background, and your principal predator is a bird, hey, guess what? You really stand out.
From the sounds of it, though, Emily might soon have to take her chances back in her natural habitat.
I'm going to release her at my house.
For now, it's a rare discovery that has mother and daughter, well, tickled pink. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, Louisdale, Nova Scotia.
Max Hirsch Grover opened this very store on Wellington in 1925, and it's been in the family ever since.
He always said a working class neighborhood is always the best place to open up a store because people who have to work need clothes.
MH's son Ronnie and his grandson Kenny have been part of this Verdun community for decades.
Ronnie was very nice. His father was very nice to us, and he gave us, my mother, he knew her by name, and he would do the alterations right away. So that was great for us, you know. She didn't have to do it, and so it was fantastic.
Kenny Grover says this is still a unique place to shop.
We adapted by being a little bit different. By being different, we only went into men's oversized and tall clothing. And from there, we've taken off. And there's only 2 stores like this in Montreal, and there's only 5 or so in Canada.
MH Grover is marking 1 century in business, and Verdun Borough is celebrating 150 years, so the shop is filled with archival photos of the community.
We're in our 70s, and we've always lived in Verdun. Okay? Always lived in Verdun. It's changed.
One thing that hasn't changed is this friendly corner shop.
Their beautiful jackets are made here in Montreal.
Kenny's son Jacob works here now. He's the 4th generation Grover, offering personal service to clients 7 days a week.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face because I love what I do every day. So hopefully that doesn't change.
I'm ecstatic that it's hopefully going to go on for another 50 or 100 years.
Scenes from over a century ago. Black and white images in a store full of color. MH Grover's been here the whole time. Christine Long, CTV News.
Honoring Royal Canadian Air Force members in his hometown of Moose Jaw holds a personal meaning to veteran Ken Hawks.
It means a lot to me. My family was all military. You know, for them it was huge, and followed to me.
Hawks is one of many in attendance who come from a long line of service with a rich history inspiring many younger pilots.
There's a lot of tradition, a lot of history, and I think a lot of the young people like to embrace that, especially with these type of events at the mess. In where we work, there's lots of history everywhere, and it's one of the proud points of serving in the Air Force. You get to be part of that history, you get to celebrate it. So I think, like especially myself, I love the history of these types of things.
A ceremony recognizing the 85th anniversary of the Battle of Britain took place at the 15 Wing near Moose Jaw, paying tribute to the Royal Canadian Air Force's role in helping to defend Britain in 1940.
That's when Hitler threw everything at us. We were at the UK at that time.
And he didn't expect that we'd have the aircraft that we had.
The commemoration takes place annually on the Sunday after September 15th, which marked the climax of fighting in the skies over London.
In the First World War, it was just the start of air power. And World War II is when it really started to come to head with the technological advancements that we had at that time. So it was realized at that point that air power was going to have a significant advantage on the battlefield.
Adding, recognizing historic battles like this one is significant to reminding younger pilots on what it takes to defend the values and freedoms Canadians have. Sierra D'Souza Butts, CTV News, near Moose Jaw.
Canada's food price report predicted that the average family of 4 would spend about $16,000 a year on groceries in 2025. But this University of Waterloo student is hoping to put a dent in the affordability crisis.
People can't really control like their car insurance or their rent or their utilities, but grocery bills felt like something we could actually tackle, or something that there are resources not being taken advantage of that people could interact with to make their shopping a little bit easier.
Henrietta Van Niekerk took money earned from a pitch contest and various other programs to create Scrimp, your very own AI sous chef and shopping assistant.
From flyer to meal plan to actionable list of items that you can buy, Scrimp uses AI to sort of connect all of these things for you so that grocery shopping and affordability becomes like a really easy 3-click process to solve. $2.92 to make this meal.
She says the savings could be big.
Our users are saving anywhere from about $50 to $100 per week for families.
And it's specifically catered to the user. All it needs is the family size, store preferences, and dietary requirements.
We try and buy gluten-free and mostly dairy-free if possible.
This mom of 2 says it's been a game changer at the checkout.
It's pretty easy to use, user-friendly, very straightforward.
Her favorite part is the unique recipe ideas. Tonight's dinner will be chicken shawarma.
The recipes were, not causing me to go and find 11 different ingredients and things that I probably would never use again. Or things that, I know my kids wouldn't even try.
I may see olive oil and say, no, I have that at home.
Van Niekerk says Scrimp is proof AI can be used for good.
Ethical AI instead is showing that there can be this coming together of human ingenuity and what the AI can provide, which is also why Scrimp doesn't make their own recipes. We actually use recipes that exist on the internet.
Right now, it's only available for users in Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge, but the goal is to expand throughout Canada so more people can cash in on the savings. Scrimp is looking to expand and connect with any influencers or chefs who want to share their recipes on the app to give more meal ideas for users. Tony.
Sounds like a good idea. Okay, Heather, thank you so much. CTV's Heather Center and live with that story.
Let's show them how to play.
Saskatoon's Tro Arena is home to a very unique hockey league.
I guess our attitude changes too, where you're here to have fun more than there's the odd guy that still thinks he can make the NHL, but I doubt it. But yeah, this is just for camaraderie more than anything else. And the coffee after is worth more than the hockey game before.
The Saskatoon 60-plus Hockey League is an opportunity for folks to keep doing what they love, no matter their age.
It's an inspiration. I mean, I hope when I'm 80 I can still bend over and tie my shoes, but let alone strap a pair of blades on and go out there and play. But
many of those on the team have been inducted into the 80-plus Hockey Hall of Fame, a national organization which recognizes Canadians who are still on the ice after turning 80. An induction ceremony is held in Saskatoon every 4 years, and this spring is set to see more than 30 players from across Western Canada honored.
We try to make it for the not only for the inductees but their families and all that stuff. And that's the cool part about it is the families, how they're part of the ceremony as well. So and it's very rewarding.
There's also special recognition for those on skates after celebrating their 90th birthday, an honor Stan Hallowell recently received.
Well, to get a little bit of exercise, and then I figure it's always half on the ice and the other half in the dressing room. Just the people you meet there, and it's just a great place to be.
While the league members are certainly thankful for the recognition, they say it's about a lot more than that.
Keeping them in shape,
Yeah, getting out of the house. My wife loves it because I leave for a while. It's great. A great bunch of guys.
And you got to do something. I mean, you just want to sit in a rocking chair and die? Well, no. Got to do something.
Hallie Mandrick, CTV News, Saskatoon.
We actually couldn't believe it. I had just woken up. I checked my phone. I saw the notification, and I thought I was dreaming.
But it was real, and Marquez's team, Lotus 8, is heading to the World Series of Call of Duty Warzone next week. He's the team captain, and if you don't know what the game is...
Warzone is a first-person shooter battle royale. So 150 players drop into a map. A zone closes in every 4 or 5 minutes until there's only one team standing.
It could be worth $1 million if they win the competition being held in Las Vegas, Nevada this year.
We want to win, of course. We're feeling great. We've been playing some scrims with the qualified teams, and we've been doing well in those.
Video gaming at this level is also known as esports, and competitions are growing internationally. Melanie Penner is CEO of the Manitoba Esports Association. She says organizations like Lotus 8 show how it should be done.
It's a very loving and welcoming community, and I think that the fact that you have someone from the province representing it, I think is really amazing.
But it's not been without speed bumps for Marquez. He says he was initially dropped from another rosters, but his current teammates picked him up, and together they are going for the win.
Whatever your dream is, chase your dreams. Nothing's impossible. Whether you think it's out of reach, it's not. If you put in the time, the hard work, and the dedication, it will pay off.
Harrison Shin, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Tucked away in the trees of Edmonton's River Valley, contractors and volunteers are hard at work.
So right now I'm working on building a berm around the green trail.
They're reshaping and expanding existing trails and adding new features such as a wooden helix to make a range of paths for riders of all skill levels.
People are going to be blown away. This is a nice park.
The area we're standing in now, I would say, is probably getting to be 80 to 90% complete. This is kind of the jump park area, which is one of the 4 main areas of our of the bike park.
It's an exciting time for the Edmonton Mountain Bike Alliance. The volunteer group has been working to get this project going for more than a decade, after the city identified the need for a park like this back in 2013.
That never saw funding through any of the capital budgets, and this was an overdue facility that we thought that we could get behind, and we asked the city, how do we start pushing on this? And they introduced us through the community-led process.
Matt Edwards says that process required volunteers and donations to cover 10% of the cost. With that guaranteed, the province agreed to pay half the $1.2 million bill and the city a third.
One of the biggest things we heard was that mountain bikers wanted to come help build this project, so we've tried to facilitate that.
He says about 120 volunteers have come out to help so far, putting in more than 1,800 work hours.
This is pretty unique, and it's exciting for us too, because the community is so interested in having this park that they're coming out and helping us and getting involved.
Benjamin Dennis says he's been here every day for about a month.
From just piles of dirt to big jumps, or being able to kind of build the trail through the trees and see it happen is amazing.
A passion project that's on track to open early next summer. Nicole Weisberg, CTV News, Edmonton.
The documentary is called Pulse of the Continent Final Spike Steam Tour, and one of the stars of the film is this steam locomotive that was moved downtown for the premiere this weekend. Jonathan Morris headed the team that spent 2 years restoring it, and then was its engineer.
This locomotive, she ran like a Swiss watch all the way down to Mexico City and back, and about 10,000 miles, and we really had no work to do other than just routine maintenance.
It's a trip that made history and set a world record by being the first steam locomotive to travel through Canada, the United States, and Mexico in a single tour.
The catalyst for this trip was the merger of Canadian Pacific and Kansas City Southern Railway to form today's CPKC, and now we had to celebrate something, which is the fact that we have this unprecedented reach throughout North America.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime trip, and Adam Meek says it was a career highlight for the crew. crew and an honor to be included in a documentary of the adventure.
We actually worked very carefully with the film crew. They were embedded in our crew. We worked hand in hand with them the whole way. And so they got some really unique behind-the-scenes footage.
Justin Tracy was in charge of the 17 rail cars being pulled by the engine and says at one point it got a little too hot for comfort.
When you're doing a trip of that many miles, something's always going to happen. And without fail, it did. Air conditioning went down. You know, we're 38, 39, 40, 100% humidity.
One thing you won't see in the film is Jonathan Morse's pocket watch that went with him on the trip. It belonged to his great uncle who also sat up front in a steam engine decades ago. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
These trucks may not be on the honor roll, but they're working to make sure students can.
When we provide kids with access to nutritious food in schools, they learn better, they feel better, their health outcomes, education outcomes are exceptional, and even their social outcomes, how they behave in class, a lot of that has to do with are they able to have a full stomach with healthy, nutritious food.
Volunteers in Orillia are packing up their new refrigerated truck and other trucks to deliver food to 4,000 kids at 29 different schools in and around the area. According to the Simcoe Muskoka District Health Unit, almost 1/3 of households in Simcoe County are facing food insecurity.
Children are coming to school without having had a healthy breakfast and oftentimes a lunch as well. And so children have a lot to worry about without having to worry about where their next meal is coming from.
This map shows all the schools the Barrie Food Bank gives food to every 2 weeks. They feed 7,000 kids through breakfast, lunch, and snack programs.
Absolutely everyone is able to have the food. If there's snacks and kids are hungry throughout the day, absolutely. It's an open program for all. And yeah, we're really proud of being able to offer that.
Food banks around the region do get some grants from government, including $136,000 to pay for the new refrigerated truck. But they still need donations to fill the truck, and the need is growing.
Frankly, every community in Simcoe County could likely declare the same state of emergency that Orillia has. We are in a food insecurity crisis. Far too many are going without. Far too many are having to choose between what meal to eat and what bill to pay.
But at least for the kids that'll eat this food, it's not a choice they have to make. Jack Morse, CTV News, Barrie.
Before he invites you through this locomotive-shaped door,
Look in this window up here.
Lanny Seaton suggests you look for the train's engineer.
Well, they see themselves because it's a mirror.
Although what's been built in the backyard behind it
Started off smaller and then it got bigger.
is a reflection of Lanny's life.
Brings back memories of when I was a kid.
The train begins its journey in a recreation of Lanny's hometown, passing the place he got his first haircuts, the store his parents bought their weekly groceries, and the Bob's Burger drive-in he went on dates as a teenager with Diana.
When he looked at me, he had a twinkle in his eye.
And the first time he saw her, Lanny says, he was smitten.
And she had hair down to the back of her hips, and I thought, wow, this is cool.
Lanny and Diana ended up getting married and starting a family together before the kids grew up to help their parents build all this by hand.
So it's been a labor of love for the last 5 or 6 years.
Countless hours to construct what's become a journey of love.
Well, up on the hill up there,
That's where you'll find a tribute to the relatives who lived here before them, who worked hard to make their family's life better and their communities stronger.
People didn't really have to ask for help because it was offered.
Which inspired Lanny and Diana to always give back.
That's the first fire truck that I ever drove.
Lanny volunteered as a firefighter and served on municipal council, while Diana donated her time to dozens of community groups.
Celebration of community pride and spirit.
And now, more than 60 years after getting burgers at Bob's together, Lanny and Diana are going on dates in their backyard together.
It's fun. We sit out at night and listen to the trains go.
And feel grateful for the journey that's allowed them to build this life together.
Wonderful. Just warm, very beautiful.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Langford.